So welcome to Dreamporting Raw, the Rapid Awakening. And I'm going to just introduce myself and what this is for a few moments. And then we're going to jump right into our training, sharing some of the universal laws that you want to align with to radically and rapidly liberate yourself, magnetize your mission, your dreams, and co-create a more beautiful world. So the main part of this experience is going to be the activation. That's going to be a deep meditation. So you'll either be laying down or sitting for it. And the most important is that you can truly surrender. So it's just about getting ready, maybe in 15 minutes or so, to be able to go really deep and breathe and allow yourself to truly surrender to the divine consciousness that wants to liberate you in a much deeper way. This has been inspired by over 13 years around the world, and both some new techniques that came through, some ones I picked up along the way, and it's a channeled transmission meant to help you guide yourself to your own freedom and liberation. So after the meditation, we're going to integrate by sharing a few more codes, like muscles that you want to build up in your consciousness so that you can truly anchor in this transformation, that it's not just a peak experience, then you go back to the same place. It's important to really integrate and take action that you're guided to take. And for those that are interested, I'll be briefly sharing a little bit about our mystery school for those that want to go deeper as well. And then we're going to open it up to questions. If you need support, we'll be staying on for a while to interact with you all, and anything you want to ask, anything you need support with, I'm here. So let's dive in, and thanks again so much. So essentially, I'd love to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Raphael, and for those that don't know my story, I basically had special abilities. By the time I was 4 years old, I was convincing random people at a barbershop to quit smoking. I was able to tap into their deepest emotions and make them cry. I was able to just do all sorts of things. I had very profound psychic abilities, some telekinetic abilities. And what happened was, like most of us coming on this earth as pure beings, we then get shut down in different ways, right? The matrix, the programming, which on one level seems quite negative, on another level is exactly what we need in order to initiate ourselves, to struggle and challenge ourselves, and give us the opportunity to grow and to choose love, to see who we are not and who we are, and liberate ourselves to a whole new level and have those special keys from that challenge and quest to share that with other people, right? So a lot of you here are amazing agents of light that have been working hard on yourself, and you're either starting to or have been for a while sharing that light with others. And today is about really focusing within. So today is all about you and how to go deeper from wherever you are, whether you feel like you're new or you've done this for decades. This system has worked for both equally as powerful because it's intuitively guided, meaning that it's going to take you and show you exactly what you need to know in this moment, using special light frequencies and energies and the help of the angelic realm, the divine. And so through my journey of being shut down, I essentially spent 13 years around the world trying thousands of things, literally. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. And what I saw, though, is that from different lineages and tribes I lived with and stayed at, and cultures and traditions, there were a set of universal principles that did not change. And I'm going to be sharing some of those with you today because you want to align with them. These are incredible codes and laws that are immutable, meaning they don't change. And when we master them, we can master our frequency and we can master our reality. And so different prophets and sages throughout time learned and used these laws. And what we're here most importantly for is not conceptual, it's not theoretical. We don't want to stay in the mind. So all the codes I'm going to be sharing with you, both before and after the meditation, we're going to do our best to make it practical. How can we actually use it? How can we get a result from it to motivate you to dive in and give it a shot? And you can actually experience them in the meditation. That's why we're doing the meditation. So you can start aligning with these different energies. And when we call on divine helpers like angels, I've learned from all these different traditions. Some people use bodhisattvas and divine beings, like in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition I learned from. But essentially, there are energies that are already enlightened, so to speak. And when we surrender and open our mind stream to them, it entrains our brainwaves, it entrains our consciousness. So we already get that download of what is it that we want to embody ourselves. It inspires us. And so if you're open to it, we're going to be calling on angelic beings and special energies that can instantly shift you to a state of miracles, to a state of transformation. Even if you've had a block for 30 years, happens all the time in these things. They can easily be transformed in just a few minutes. And we're going to go deep into how that works. So thanks for listening and joining, and let's dive in. So what is awakening? A lot of us have been on the healing journey. I sure have, for so many years of doing thousands of things, healing, healing, healing. And some of it helped. And some of it, I realized I was in the same space. And the reason that a lot of healing doesn't work, or that you're still having patterns that you're stuck with, even after doing so much healing work and trying everything, I want to simplify it for you. And in this explanation, you'll see the difference between healing and awakening. A lot of healing is done in a perspective of duality, meaning there's something to fix, there's something wrong. Now, I was told this 10 years ago, and I never got it until more recently. And so I invite you, even if you have heard this before, to just open up and see if it can click a level deeper. So essentially, in the perspective of awakening, what is awakening? In different lineages from ancient times, they defined it as dissolving the false limitations of space, meaning that you're not just this body, but you are one with everything. Time, meaning you're not limited by time, that you can access the past, you can shift the future, and you are actually eternal. You're in the eternal now. And we're going to be doing some time magic here in just a few minutes. It's very powerful and very easy when you just realize that you can. Besides space and time, what else is there that's an illusion? Identity. So, my name is Daniel. This is my story. All of that is an agreement, right? Because you were in existence before you had this body, and you will be after this body is alive. You are not your body. So you are eternal. You are infinite. You will never die. And so the identity is, think of it like a classroom. We have multiple lifetimes, and we get to learn and break free of that classroom, right? And so it's important to just be aware of it, that voice in your head that's saying, oh, should I trust this person? I should close my heart off, or am I worthy of this? We tend to listen to it a lot, thinking it's real, but it's essentially a coping mechanism to try to control or protect us from reality, because we didn't know how to cope with it fully as a child. It is the ego, the story of separation. And today it's about opening our eyes, awakening to see it's not real. So the key is not trying to fix our thoughts or change our thoughts, but simply realizing that this voice in our head isn't us. We don't have to listen to it, and we can choose a new reality. So once we awaken from these limitations, and the last one I want to speak about is duality. So duality means this is good, this is bad, right, wrong. I'm inside this body, you're outside my body. When in fact, all of these structures are man-made, meaning they only exist in the mind. So you can have a preference towards something, but I remember so many times I thought something happened to me that was the worst thing ever, and it literally redirected my whole life into divine alignment because I wasn't listening. So now it became a good thing. So when we stop judging and we stop letting that inner voice try to tell us what is what, or not to open up or talk to this person or whatever it is, and trust the feeling, right, the vibration of our soul, then we are guided by our intuition, our true self. And this is when we get to create. We get to vibrate at what we do want to create, because all of us are trying to manifest things. And a lot of, the number one question I get is, why am I not manifesting? I'm trying everything, all these rituals, all these exercises. And the reason that you're not manifesting what you desire A lot of it has to do with duality. A lot of it has to do with that you're viewing something as separate from you instead of leaning into it, that you are holding on to judgment or shame or guilt, or feeling not worthy, right? Those stories and feelings that we're going to transform in just a few minutes. So it's good if something is brought up right now, write it down, right? What is coming up for you when you think about receiving more love, receiving more abundance, receiving more happiness in your life, right? What is coming up? That is our subconscious. It's an old story that we are attached to. And we're not letting it go because we think we need it. We're trying to protect ourselves so it doesn't happen again. But when you're holding on to something that is vibrating, you are broadcasting subliminally to other people and the universe negative beliefs and stories that will keep counter manifesting, meaning that you are also manifesting things you don't want because you're holding on to things that are not preferential. So it's learning how to let go and see it's not even real. Learning to let go, meaning that you're safe to trust the divine, that you, the small self, doesn't have to control everything, that you can allow your great self, the divine, to take the reins. And in so doing, take action, which is the definition of trust, to take action on your intuition, to rapidly navigate to a whole new reality. So I've done this in small and big ways. I shared this story before. I sprained my ankle. I could barely walk. Someone told me it was going to take a few weeks to heal. And I realized in that moment, no, I'm going to choose a new timeline. And I just literally did a 1-minute ritual, which I will show you at the end of this meditation. We're going to do it together. And I essentially shifted timelines. I said, no, I want a different option. And then I heard a voice, my intuition, say, sit down over here. And then literally a few minutes later, a real NASA astronaut, stopped, looked around like she was confused, and then saw that I was sitting there, sat next to me, saw that I sprained my ankle, took out a space age healing device bracelet, put it on my ankle. And then 15 minutes later, it was fully healed. A few minutes after that, I went on a run. No pain, everything was fine. So I chose a new reality, and you can do that. Now, the mind might say, oh, how are you going to heal in a few minutes instead of a few weeks, right? The how is not your problem. You decide the what and the why. So this is the key for manifestation. What do you choose? It doesn't matter if you don't have the money in your bank account or if you have the connection. That is the universe. The universe will move mountains for you. You get to choose. But most people get stuck on that and they don't fully choose something. And so we're going to go into that next. So decisiveness, that's the divine masculine energy that we all have regardless of gender. And it's about taking bold choice and action. You want to claim it fully. And when doubt comes up, you face it, you alchemize it, and you keep moving. Because if there's a test in the way, it's part of that clearing. It's part of that initiation to allow you to receive it. Everything that's happening is preparing you for what you've asked for. So you've got to commit and you've got to trust, meaning once you decide, you take the action that you're guided to, right? No matter the excuse in your mind or the how. Because once you actually decide, the universe will help you in incredible ways, but it's waiting for you to make a choice. Most people don't realize that they're in limbo. They haven't fully decided on much. And then, of course, their life is reflecting that. Life is a mirror. So are you going to wait for the mirror to smile, or do you smile first? Right? So if you want your life to smile back in a deeper way, then it's about smiling now, choosing that higher vibration. And that's what we're going to work on in this wizard workout. We're going to learn to hold and strengthen our vibration in our body in order to stabilize that frequency and manifest miracles. I lived with a shaman from Africa for close to a year, and in different inner journeys he would take me through, he said, there's only one rule. You can do anything you want, but you have to mean it 100%. And I quickly learned that that was true, that when I asked for things, sometimes I didn't fully mean it. I took myself as a joke. I didn't think I was worthy. So sometimes you don't need to process this for hours. It's about just saying it with your full voice. Sometimes you'll want to cry or scream or shake. So in this meditation, you'll come up against some opportunities to make choices. It could be clearing letting something go. It could be manifesting something. It could be opening your heart. And so if you feel stuck, that's when you breathe fully, you move your body, you playful out, in order to move the stagnant energy, because you are not your emotions, you are not your body. So if your body, your subconscious is resisting something you choose, don't let it make you feel like a victim. It's this energy that needs to move because it's been holding that for a long time. So you can roar like a lion, you can use your breath, you can shake, just playful out and keep breathing and moving through it, and you will break through and you will get to that place where you truly mean it, and then it will happen. There will be an instant shift. Now, let's go into the feminine. We want both, and we all have both. And once we decide to awaken, to open, to free ourselves, whatever it is, right, to manifest something, it's about remembering that the how, again, is not our job. So it's about receiving the support. A lot of times someone will come to you and you have the opportunity to receive their support. The programming is like, oh, I'm fine, I don't need that, right? Well, you asked for something, the universe brought you someone, right? So how can you expand your capacity to receive? How can you give yourself the opportunity to be more supported in the ways you really require for your destiny? Feeling it is key. Most people, even a lot of spiritual people, even a lot of people that say they're advanced spiritual seekers, they're not embodied. So they're not fully feeling their body, and they're staying in the higher dimensions. They're staying without truly being present all the way. They keep getting distracted or being conceptual. And to truly be yourself, the only way is to be in your body and to feel it. It can be hard work sometimes because there's more pain, there's trauma, but I'm going to show you some keys here to rapidly transform it. However, you have to fully feel it. So whatever you choose to feel fully today and breathe fully today, whenever you choose that in those moments, then the divine energy is going to come in and give you a transformation. So the harder you work today, and no matter what you're feeling, the intensity of it, just stay present with it, because every time your soul, your presence touches those feelings, they are being released, they're being healed. And it's about trusting that you're safe, because we've built up so many protection mechanisms from our heart for all of these things, right? For our voice, speaking our truth. And it's trusting that we don't need them anymore, that they haven't been working that well. And they maybe helped when they were 5 years old. They thought it was a good idea when we chose to do that. And it's about saying, I trust that I'm safe. I don't have to block this right now. I don't have to control, because the opposite of surrender is control. The less we control, the more free we are, right? That's the paradox, because we think we are the one controlling something, but it's our ego. It's the teacher that is tricking us into liberation. And so freedom is from surrender. And the more we soften into that and call on and receive the support of the divine and all the ways in which it plays out, including different people in our lives, the more we can align with our freedom and joy. Just a quick note, you've heard about the 7 chakras probably, and we have an 8th chakra. So I'm sharing this simply because we're going to be opening it in a few minutes in the meditation. This is inspired from many different lineages that all work to open this 8th chakra above our head. It's the portal to our true self. It's the portal to our higher self. And we can experientially embody it and receive downloads, receive information, energy, openings, all sorts of incredible miracles. So just wanted to let you know that at some point I will share that activation, and you can just imagine or visualize a beautiful star opening above the crown of your head. And let's see what happens. Usually have incredible results the more you just surrender and allow yourself to breathe and feel. We're also going to be doing a short timeline shift. So there's many ways to do this, and we go a lot deeper in our higher programs here, but it's basically downloading a vision of your future and claiming it and choosing it. And then the most important part is integrating, meaning you're now going to act as if it's done. You're going to take action as if it's done. And what happens is you've shifted to a new path, right? It's like the train station split and you're on a new track, and it's simply based off your agreement, and it's designed by your higher self. So this is how I've manifested some of the most incredible things from my house here, my partner. All these things come from timeline shifts. And so we're going to clear a lot of things in the way and exercise our spiritual muscles so that we can actually successfully do a timeline shift here. And again, the key is taking action after this experience on what? Only on what you're guided to, on what feels good to you, not your fear, right? Because often those can coincide, not your programming, your soul. And so we're going to create an opening for you to get deeper clarity on what your soul truly desires. So we're about to start in a couple minutes, and there's going to be a lot of different things happening, right? So it's designed with different facets, meaning that some of these techniques might work on you, some of them you might not feel as much, but it's just about trusting and breathing and staying neutral, letting it unfold patiently, because it's designed to unlock some gates for you and guide you into a deeper awakening. So there might be times where I ask if you get a message. Some people get a message, some people get a visual, some people don't get visuals, some people get nothing, some people just get a feeling. Whatever you get or don't get is perfect. So it's not about forcing it or thinking you did something wrong. It's trusting that as you awaken, your faculties of intuition will continue to increase. And we're going to just give some opportunities for some of those senses to come online in this experience. But even if they don't, just you breathing and feeling and opening up to divine support is enough to give you a powerful transformation. So sometimes you might go into a dreamlike state. That's okay. Just catch yourself and bring yourself back to presence. Do your best to follow the guidance and just take some deep breaths. And remember, for some, there will be waves of intensity. It could be bliss. It could be emotions coming up. And so open up your body, use your breath, right? Use your voice, shake, whatever you need to do to move the energy. It's just about trusting, hey, great, there's stuck energy. Let's move it. And you'll have a breakthrough when you really allow yourself to do that. So I'm going to remind you a few times, but really that's the only job you have, is to breathe fully and keep reminding yourself to play full out. Let yourself release the energy out of your body, because a lot will be released if you allow it to. And that will create space for incredible beauty. So remember that you have to choose your own vibration, right? No matter what state you are in your life right now. A lot of you might be in pain. A lot of you might be lost in some ways, and that's okay. You can still claim a new vibration. We're going to open you up. And then it's about just claiming it no matter what, even if your heart still aches, even if there's a relationship issue you have. It's just keep focusing on your dream and the vibration at the end. I'm going to guide you through it. And then for your intuition, trust your first instinct, right? I might ask you a question and you'll realize, oh, a memory happened. The first memory was 4 years old, right? You'll get the number 4. Trust that. Just go into it. Don't psychoanalyze it. Don't second guess it. So trust the first thoughts that come to you. And lastly, play full out, right? Again, breathe, make sounds, shake, move, whatever you need to do. Just keep your eyes closed and make sure you stay in this container, right? Turn your phone off and let's get started. So I'm going to give you all about a minute to get ready. You can either sit down or lay down. And before we do, let's just grab hold of our water. And if you're open to it, I'm going to send some magical frequencies to your water to help activate it. So if you are cool with that, just say yes and hold your water. All right, take a sip. And actually one more slide, I apologize. So this is an optional breathing technique that you can do. And it's 3 breaths in through the mouth, going E. It sounds like it's E, ah, oo, but you're just breathing in. So I'm going to go closer here. It looks like this. So you take 3 breaths in. First, you make an E type of movement with your mouth, then an ah, and then an oo. And then you just exhale. So it's 3 breaths in through the mouth, 1 breath out through the mouth. Now the key is breathing fully in and out. You can modify the breath if you'd like. And you can also just take deep breaths in and out of the mouth. The most important is that you fully fill up your belly and chest. So breathing in and then exhale. So I'll remind you of some breathing techniques throughout this, but this is what I call the Dreamporting Breath. And whether or not you remember or want to do it, it's just a bonus that can really quickly take you into a higher vibration. So one last time. All right. So you can let it all go now. I'm going to guide you through it and remind you of this. So go ahead and take your positions, either sit or lay down, up to you. And we'll begin in just a moment. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale, relax. Begin by taking some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Fully fill up your belly and chest with every breath. Remember that you are breathing divine energy. Feel this golden plasma, this divine consciousness enter your lungs and purify your body. See if you can relax your face a little more. Just let the golden light in your whole body, wherever it touches, instantly releases all tension. Be present with your breath. Breathe in love for yourself. As we take a moment to speak to that part of us that might be hurt or scared. and say, I'm giving you this gift today. To love and take care of you. You're safe to let go. Take a deep breath and make a sigh. Good. Let's do a deeper one. Deep breath. Make a deep sigh. Shake it out of your body, any tension. Good. Now imagine this golden light that you're breathing in, fully filling your body up and starting to move down your legs, through your feet, into the earth. We're just letting any tension move into the earth and ground your energy deeper and deeper. Use your breath and gently move that energy down, lower and lower to the core of the earth. Imagine this golden light is a waterfall, flooding you from the heavens, opening up your ability to receive, flowing down the mind. And automatically dispersing of all negativity, moving it out of your body and into the earth with love. Use your breath. Let's start some mouth breathing. Deep breath in through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in fully, filling up your belly and chest. And let it go through the mouth. Full breath in. And let it go. Deep breath in through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. Keep breathing like that. Commit to doing your best, because when you breathe fully, you feel fully, and then you heal fully. So let's begin. Take a moment to pray the divine in your own way. Hereby ask the Most High, Creator of all, divine, to call forth divine angels and helpers of the highest good to open a golden portal around us for instant awakening, transformation, and clarity. Feel it open around you. Let us call our guardian angel, our unique angel that is here to guide and protect us in this life. So if you'd like, say the following words. Guardian angel, please come to me. Guide me and protect me. Clear me all impurities. Deep breath. Shake it off. Stay with the breath. Feel the earth below you. And let us call on the angel of the earth. Her love moves up from the earth into your body, helping it feel safe and transmuting any toxins within it. Remember that your body was made by the divine earthly mother. The breath of gratitude. Give her permission to heal and ground your body. Prepare you for this deeper journey. I'll call on the angel of air. Angel of air, I breathe you in and ask that you release all darkness, all negativity, all energies, entities, contracts, cords, and beliefs that no longer serve our highest good. Go ahead and take some deep breaths, and the angel of air will come in now and will pull out the darkness, anything that doesn't serve you. You might need to make a cough or a sound in the next couple breaths. Just let it out. Command all negativity to dissolve and return to source now, out of your body, out of your mouth. Next breath, let it fully go. Make a deeper sound. Move your body. Good. One more breath. Let it fully out. It's not you. You're safe to let it go. There we go. Let it all release. Feeling your vibration start to rise as you call on the angel of the sun, feeling her golden rays bring more light into you, filling up those places back with your own presence and power. Feel the warmth of the sun clear you and lighten you up. Now imagine a beautiful blue river starting to flow onto your head and down your whole body. Let us call on the angel of water, cleanse our emotions and purify us, letting go of any residue. Taking a deep breath, relaxing, surrendering to the divine. And if you'd like, you can say, I bless and release all that doesn't give me peace. Now let's call on one more angel for now. Imagine a pink light entering your heart as we call on the angel of love to expand our capacity to love, forgive, and to stand up for our own freedom. Angel of love, please liberate our hearts. Take the last few breaths, deep breaths in through the heart. Exhale, in and out of the mouth, a little faster now. Inhale and exhale, faster and faster. Choosing to open our hearts now to a deeper healing. Take your last couple breaths. Getting ready to hold your breath. In 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Hold your breath. Hold your breath as long as you can. Tighten your body. Tighten your waist, your hands, even your face. Hold your breath and focus on your heart, about to explode and expand into the universe. Staying inside. I command my heart to open. Keep holding as long as you can. Remember, you are eternal, an infinite energy. Expand. Feel. Surrender. Fully relax your body. It's now time to heal the greatest block that you're ready to transform. We shine a special light upon your body now to reveal the unseen. Stay relaxed and feel your body. Where in your body do you feel block or hurt the most? Choose one spot. Take a deep breath. Feel it. I'm going to speak directly to this energy. Trust whatever thought comes up first. Feel this energy and ask, what do you need in order to be free? Now let's find the earliest memory or experience where this block happened. It could be in the womb, it could be when you were 4. So just ask, when did this imprint first appear? Now I want you to go either to a memory that pops up, or just imagine whatever comes up. It could be a feeling you had with your mother. Just start focusing on the imprint. Feel what feeling comes up. Now remember that you are more conscious now than in the past. This is your soul traveling. So we call on your guardian angel to help. Ask your guardian angel to heal all memories, all imprints. Send it a golden light. Take a deep breath, let the energy release. As you feel, say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Deep breath. Make a sigh. Letting your angels heal this imprint. What I want you to do is start to float up above that memory or above that timeline. Just imagine or feel yourself floating, and that this timeline where you felt hurt or blocked is below you. We're going back in time before it even started. It hasn't happened yet. So now that you are behind that first incident, do you still feel that charge? Do you still feel that that limitation is true? Now start to float down and go back into that first memory or just your timeline. Do you still feel a charge? Does that limit or story still feel true? If it does, go ahead and ask yourself, what is the lesson I need to learn to free myself, and listen? Maybe you took responsibility for other people's emotions. Maybe you needed that experience to grow and live your purpose. Zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Take a deep breath and make a sigh. Exhale and float up above that timeline before it happened. Do you feel that charge now? Or are you clear? Breathe in that deeper clarity as the angels bless you, aligning you. And one last time, let's take one more breath, move back into that memory, feel your deeper clarity, and let it move through your whole life now. Any other moments where you felt a similar story or pattern, feeling that clarity, knowing the lessons that you do now, dissolving the limitations, freeing yourself from the cage until you reach this moment, returning take a deep breath. Holding yourself and saying, I've learned new lessons. I promise to love and respect you from now on. I promise to speak our truth. I promise to listen to my intuition and trust. Good. Let's call on the white light of purification. Take another breath. Let it rain upon you, clearing any residue, shaking it out, becoming a pure column of light, as above, so below. Remember who you are. Be present with your breath. See if you can feel the air around you. Can you feel music in your heart? Can you feel the walls of your house in space? Everything around you is part of you. Smile and give yourself permission to feel more of your surroundings. Relax into it. Allowing your heart to feel everything. As you continue to naturally expand, ask yourself, who am I? Feel the eternity of your spirit. Part of you that's always been at peace, that is indestructible. As you breathe into that, feel more of your divine power returning. Feel more peace and harmony, trusting. Now, as you hold that feeling of your true self, look at the identity, the story of your limits, who you thought you were. Are they located somewhere in your body? Just be present, be aware. And as you look at it, just like when you shine a light on the darkness, it will dissolve, or it does not exist. Look at the mask from behind the mask. And the game is over. You are starting to awaken beyond the dream. Feel your own presence. Smile. Let go of trying to resist. And trust that whatever you're feeling or it's coming up is the perfect part of your journey. When you stop resisting and smile, nothing can block you. Let's call in your guardian angel to bless your consciousness, the frequency of enlightenment. Smiling and letting this energy move from your 8th chakra down into your head. Keep smiling, letting it move through your whole body, surrendering to this blissful energy. You might want to move your body slightly. See if you can allow this divine force of life down your spine and throughout your body, letting it build and purify you of all limits. Take a few deep breaths in through the mouth. Make a sound. Ah. Deep breath in through the mouth. Make a sound. Ah. This is the time to surrender. Let yourself feel and move. Let the energy find its way to unlock and open you. Breathing into your belly and waist. Use your voice or breath to release any shame, any guilt, any last stories. When you are innocent, you have done your best, and that you are completely and unconditionally loved by the divine. You can let that in now on the next breath and free yourself. So if you'd like, you can now begin the Dreamporting Breath. 3 breaths in through the mouth, and then exhale. However you want to breathe, breathe fully, breathe deeply. As you dissolve the separation of judgment and breathe back your innocence. We ask the angels to dissolve all judgment that you've placed against you. We hereby dissolve all guilt, shame, and blame, all programs of unworthiness, all insecurities and scarcity. Dissolve. Breathe it out. Let it be drained from your body with love. Getting ready to hold your breath and connect with your true self. In 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Hold your breath. Tighten everything. Move the energy up your spine, up to your third eye, up to your crown, and above your head. Imagine or feel your 8th chakra open. Look up, feel, hold as long as you can. Let the star open up and rain down upon you the grace of your divine nature. Feel, perceive. Relax your body. Let the truth of your higher self wash over you. Letting it show you a vision of the future where you have succeeded in one of your greatest dreams. Look around you. Is there someone else in this scene or other people? What is happening? And what do you look like? How does that feel? Focus on the feeling and breathe it into your body. How does it feel to have already accomplished this? To be in your dream life. Can you smile and give yourself permission to celebrate and feel the joy right now? Or by smiling now, the mirror of life will return that smile 1,000-fold. Go ahead and float up above your current life, your current timeline. And look ahead at the future. Put your hands close together and let's craft a golden ball of light. Feel it grow stronger in between your hands. And take a minute to speak your vision, your future. What is it you choose? Smile and know that it is done. Feel it into that golden orb of light. And when you're ready, send it down into your timeline. Seeing it go down into the future and become golden, rippling back into this moment, shifting how you feel now, already feeling the difference Now, visualize or imagine that future memory. Look at yourself in the future, more confident, more free. This is who you truly are. Take some deep breaths in through the mouth and out through the mouth as we breathe in this frequency. Deep breath in. Pull in your true self. Let your true self vibrate throughout your body, programming every cell to align with your destiny. Believe in yourself and in the divine. Use that breath, move it throughout your body, raising your vibration, surrendering to the bliss of being your liberated self and all that comes with it. Deep breaths, move your body, move your waist, move your spine. Let it enter those last crevices by moving them and breathing, making sounds. This is the moment. This is the moment to play full out and fully express as it comes in. Let it happen. We let the energy move. We ask the divine to dissolve any last blocks, dissolve any resistance, simply being yourself, embodying your truth, and freeing yourself from a dream that is no more. You breathe in your awakening. Make one more sound, let the energy move, feel your life force, liberate every part of your body like rivers, breaking the dams, and becoming one ocean, reconnecting with all that is, awakening. You are now in a new timeline, and the best is yet to come. So we will close the final blessing from the angel of joy. Take one more breath as we pray. Angel of joy, I breathe you in. Remind me of the beauty of life. Help me hold this frequency and play as I celebrate a new beginning. Breathe in that joy, breathe in that bliss, and let it activate your dreams and water the seeds of your future. We're going to take a couple minutes, receive any instructions from your higher self or your intuition. Listen and ask questions. Taking a deep, loving breath and make a sigh. Starting to return to the physical realm, feeling in all of these blessings to every cell, welcoming yourself back home to the body with gratitude, getting ready and excited to open your eyes and launch into a golden pathway that is your life. Starting to stretch your body and gently get ready to return and open your eyes in 3, 2, 1, and deep breath. Make a sigh, welcoming yourself back. So we're just going to take a moment to integrate. You can write, you can share in the chat your experience. Would love to hear from you. And please stay on because we're going to be sharing some important codes to integrate to bring this forward. And then I'm going to be answering all of your questions. Welcome back, everyone. I'm seeing some beautiful shares. I'm just going to read a few of them real quick, and then we'll dive in. Wow, so powerful chills. Thank you so much. This was the most amazing journey with you yet. Oh, beautiful. This was the most powerful meditation I ever did. Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. And remember, you can always trust that there might be things still stuck. Go hug a tree, integrate, and I'm about to share with you some codes that will help as well. So this is just phase 1, and this meditation was designed to give you long-term support. It's going to ripple out in many ways. So it's about you staying aligned for the best results, but also realize that a lot of the beauty is yet to come. Wow. This is so beautiful. So many incredible shares here. Well, please keep sharing if you'd like. And I'm going to start sharing some of the codes. So here are 6 codes that I believe are important in this time. The first one is mastering your vibration. And why is it important is because we're trying to heal and do so many things and work so hard. Yet if we're allowing these lower vibrations to be held onto and not knowing how to fully download and anchor in those higher vibrations, which are needed to actually manifest those things our soul desires, then we're never going to fully manifest it. So it's just like working out, right? To hold something, you need a certain amount of muscle, and it's not a physical muscle as much as a spiritual awareness. You want to strengthen your awareness and practice to hold that vibration. So it's something I highly recommend you doing and practicing on your own. Now, on top of that, and similar is the crafting of timelines. So we did a little timeline leap here, and I do it multiple times a day, right? One of my friends who's a multimillionaire, near enlightened being told me this years ago, right? I'm like, he's so successful. He's has such a happy life. He's so relaxed, right? I'm like, what is going on here? And he said, all I do is you set an intention, right? You create the timeline, right? You feel it, you visualize or imagine it as it's already done, and then you enter it. Now you receive it. You create it, and then you step into it. You craft it, you step into it all throughout the day. You want to learn to master that because that is what's creating your reality. And if you don't have that intentionality as much, then oftentimes your subconscious, the old script keeps playing out again, right? You ask yourself, why am I still in this pattern? It's because you want to learn how to really face and alchemize it, and then focus that higher energy, right, on crafting and entering that new thing. That alone can often dissolve those lower frequencies by the power of vibration. The law of vibration states that a higher frequency in the same space as a lower frequency, it's like hot water with an ice cube. It's going to melt it. The high frequency always wins. So you want to really embody that and learn that technique is something I highly recommend. Another one is non-reactiveness, and, so many things, but of course, staying neutral means you're not going to be puppeted around by emotions, by programs, by other people's desires. So in relationship, for example, if you are continuously getting triggered, it's about really taking self-responsibility as to the trigger being your own, and learning to sit at the seat of your soul and face it from that spot. I learned that the hard way, and it's been such a challenge for me. And recently I've had such breakthroughs by fully implementing this in my relationships and in many areas of my life. So it's something I wanted to really highlight here, is working out your muscle of being neutral, right? No matter what someone says, can you feel it, yet stay in your center and not let that little part of you, right, that angry 5-year-old, take the steering wheel and react. Because every time you let that 5-year-old or whatever aspect of you, lower aspect, take the steering wheel of your life, you're also going to create some karma. You're going to create some vibrations that are going to match that the longer you stay in it. So it's okay if for a few minutes you get angry, but if you're holding it for weeks or months or years, it's going to manifest a lot in your field. And so you really want to align that. And that's going to really help with your manifestations. And I'm seeing some questions here, so we're going to get to them in a few minutes. So just 3 more quotes here. So aligning your life with the universal laws. There's a set of universal laws and codes. And I was on the spiritual path for 10 years doing all this stuff, not even knowing about them. And my life was still a mess. And so really aligning with the different ancient immutable laws of the universe. You can use them to dissolve future waves that are coming at you that could be a challenge before it happens, right? They say the master doesn't have to deal with problems, because as soon as she feels it in the field, right, she faces it before it becomes something in the 3D. So you can actually do that. You can actually use those techniques to navigate your life with incredible flow and clarity. And that goes into having crystal clear connections with everyone. It's about being radically transparent, being clear. And we're so used to not being clear in so many ways, maybe because our parents didn't let us express things, or there are leaky boundaries, or we took stuff on. And it's important that if your life is turbulent right now, it doesn't always have to be. Turbulence only happens when your connections are not crystal clear. When you're speaking your truth to everything and you're transparent, there's no more turbulence, because again, you face the problem before it can manifest. So it's about truly having the courage to do that and trusting. And the number one thing that makes people afraid of that is they're attached. They're like, well, what if this person leaves me, or if they get upset? Well, that's not your responsibility. Your responsibility to speak your truth, and whatever happens, right? The relationships, for example, can either grow and up level, or they can move out of the way, or different things can happen. But when you try to control that, it's really the programming controlling you. Liberation is transparency. And lastly, being your true self, right? Being present in your body, no longer letting that angry 5-year-old take the wheel, or the scared little 7-year-old block you before you're about to do something that's going to give you abundance or deeper intimacy with someone. So it's about learning how to handle those parts of you and alchemize them and stay in your sovereignty, so that you can rapidly manifest the life of your dreams. Because when you were simply acting from and vibrating from your true self, within a few days, your whole life would be completely upgraded. So there's a way to do this. And for those that are interested, I'm just going to share very briefly about our mystery school, because some people have asked. We're about to launch next week an incredible program. So this is the complete Dreamporting Raw, the Rapid Awakening. And you can choose to align with this on your own, really, because you have to walk through it no matter what. Yet if you are guided to be supported by me and a couple of my coaches that actually transformed my life in the last few months, that I just wanted to share a little bit about it. And then we're going to go into Q&A. So essentially, Dreamporting Raw is 3 months. And what you experienced here was just a very small taste of a complete arc that has an incredible amount of magic in it. And usually what happens is I've been working one-on-one with some high-end clients. Here's a couple examples of some of the top CEOs in our time, I believe. And I've been their coach for years. And my rate for that is super, super high. And what I realized is that a lot of people, they don't need hours and hours of my time or other people's time. They could just use a microdose. They could use a little energetic chiropractic adjustment, and then they have a question or a block, and they receive the code, and then boom, they can move on until next week or in the next few days. And so what I decided to do is to microdose 3 different coaches, me and 2 of the people that have been my guides and transformed my life. So 2 other gentlemen here, Kevin Crenshaw, he's the heart guy. He's known, and he is an expert at embodiment of relationships, of keeping accountability, of empowerment. So he's the one that's not going to let you escape into the excuses, which I really needed. And it's that really healthy divine masculine that will really shine that very precise mirror on you and support you in being sovereign, which will really help in many areas of your life. And then Josiah is going to come in for a couple incredible activations. He actually can DJ and has very advanced frequency technology and can guide you into very deep states to reprogram the subconscious incredibly fast. He's had people lose 50 pounds in a few months to all sorts of physical things I probably shouldn't talk about, but it's so mind-blowing that it is going to be in there as a bonus as well. And he is absolutely incredible. And so it's basically 3 times a week live, but they're all recorded. But you only have to show up when you want because you take it at your own pace. And it's essentially 1 advanced training that's a lot deeper than what we did today. And then 1 activation that's similar, but keeps going more and more advanced. It's about an hour every week. And then there's a Q&A at the end of both of those for anything you need. And then there's an extra support session, usually by me. So that's when I can do a lot more one-on-one laser sessions on people, right? Some of you have known me because I use the Rubik's Cube analogy, usually within 5 minutes, maybe 7, 10 max, whatever your greatest block is, we transform it because we know how to work with the laws of the universe. And we use those alchemy techniques from Dreamporting. And so this is an opportunity to get those as much as we can share. We have 3 sessions where you can come on and get all the support you need. We'll answer all your questions. And it's basically allowing you to keep getting unlocked, unblocked, reflected on multiple times a week for 3 months so that you can truly break through the different layers. Because oftentimes you're holding on to an insecurity and then you're not taking an action and then there's a fear. And so it's kind of like you got to release this 70% and then this will open. And I see it like mechanics, right? It's like the more that you shine light on different layers, they all work in tandem in a constellation to free you, to give you more energy, to help you manifest, to express, to align the different relations in your life, not just with people, but with time, with the divine, with yourself, with your boundaries and desires, and with all parts of life. And of course, it's a unlimited sharing and support in our community. And that's also for life. So people in our past group programs have transformed. We're about to get into the Q&As here in a minute, but just wanted to share that we've had so many miracles, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual manifestation. People that were homeless manifested a house within the first few weeks. You can check out the website. There's more testimonials there and all of that. But essentially, we'd love to invite you if you feel the call. And it's 3 months and you can split it up into payments 3 times a month or 1 payment if you want. And we're giving a 10% discount for the next 24 hours. And on top of that, we're giving a discount for the next 48 hours. And if you get in the next 24 hours, if you sign up, you also get a private session with Alana, who some of you know is the Dreamporting Oracle. It's really mind-blowing. And she can really tune into any aspect of life with really deep shifts. So you can try it risk-free for 2 weeks. So we'll give you a full refund. Experience the first 2 weeks for free. I recommend you give it a shot if your soul is guiding you there. And thanks again for listening to my little spiel there about that. Wow, someone just said, after this meditation, one of my breast lumps has disappeared and the other is much smaller. Yep, I mean, I'm very grateful to hear that, and I'm not fully surprised because it's all about the divine. And remember that this is not about me. I'm simply allowing reflections to come to guide you towards your own divine connection. So any wins that you have here, give gratitude to the divine, give gratitude for yourself. And if you want to experience so much more of this magic, again, just go to dreamporting.com/RA, dreamporting.com/raw, and you can sign up and you'll get those bonuses if you sign up today. So we're going to open it up to any questions. Someone just asked about they're doing the Dreamporting quest. You can be doing that concurrently because they're totally different, and this actually helps you a lot more with your specific personal needs. So totally can join. So I see some questions above. I'm going to start answering them, and thank you all for joining. So how long does it take to really shift the timeline? It can take 30 seconds, or it can take a few minutes. It could take an hour. It depends on your willingness and ability to hold frequencies and make a decision and receive the information you need to make that decision. So we did one here that was probably maybe 5 minutes, and it can, as you practice, can become very fast. You can do it throughout the day. Thank you. So we're seeing some people from our last group program. Daniel and Alana are amazing. So many shifts and transformations. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. Beautiful shares here. Amazing visions. A lot of you had very profound visions, and I invite you to keep tuning into what that means. Ask for signs. Someone's asked, what's the difference between raw and the guild? So for those that have trained in our mastery program and are interested in doing this, like what I'm able to do, doing this for others, groups or individuals, we have our mastery training program, and then our advanced program is the guild. So that's where it actually includes raw. So this 3-month program is first, and then if you want to advance, you can join our next 3 months where you learn to become a Dreamporting master. So we can send you all of that information. Just email us at info@dreamporting.com if you have any questions, and we can get on a free call with you. So if you feel like you're on the fence or want to make sure if there's a program that's right for you, just message us and we will book a call with you, and someone will chat with you and get to know you more and recommend what they feel is best. So someone's asking about staying centered and how do you deal with judgment and resistance around it. So basically, staying centered and neutral doesn't mean you're going to resist feelings. So feel the anger, feel the sadness, feel whatever it is, yet you're choosing to not let yourself get lost in the anger or the sadness. You're choosing to breathe and stay centered and saying, this is okay. I accept what I'm feeling. And when you do that, the universe opens to you. You can quantumly transform and manifest so much because you're in the realm of non-doing. You're in the realm of surrender, where you are now operating as a greater version of yourself. Someone asked me the difference between this and Joe Dispenza. I haven't taken any Joe Dispenza classes, but I hear they're great by some people. And, I think one of the differences is that we use more ancient techniques and work with angels and things that can really give quantum results. And I know a lot of the Joe Dispenza things, it really is hours and hours, like full days of meditation. So you really take, usually people break through within a few days and go pretty deep. And so ours is a little bit more, I would say shorter, right? The meditations are shorter. The amount of time it takes is shorter. And I can't really make a comparison. I've had some people share that they've been at Joe Dispenza and then come to Dreamporting and they really enjoyed it and went to a whole new level. And it's really about your intuition, because every teacher has different codes and different facets of the light. And so it's really up to you on how to tune into what resonates the most for you. And that's going to be the best. How, oh, someone's saying, here you become free and sovereign from the matrix. Yes, that's one of our past students who totally transformed. Andrea, thank you. Someone asked about plant medicines. That definitely helped me for a while. And then I realized that it was basically just a permission slip to help me feel what I didn't want to feel and get messages that I didn't know I could receive on my own. And so I think plant medicines are great if you're guided to do it in a safe way. And this program is about, it's almost like a virtual plant medicine ceremony over and over, because you learn to access all those states and more just with frequency, which is really beautiful. And again, we're getting some epic shares from people in our group program that's just closing. I really appreciate that. Someone just asked, in the past, I've experienced a very constricted relationship with finances, and it is tied to my self-worth. How do you dissolve the shadow of unworthiness? Well, that's one of the main things we actually focus on in the program, because the imprint of unworthiness is one of the great collective programs that somehow trick us into believing that we're somehow not deserving or worthy of something, when we're these innocent souls that with divine right, by vibrating if something, can create it. There is infinite abundance in the universe. So scarcity is actually the illusion. And it's about looking at where you're holding on to that belief still. It could be an accumulation of a few memories or imprints where you didn't receive love and your 5-year-old made a story about it. And then the detritus of that accumulated where it became a big part of your identity. So it's first about awareness. It's then about alchemizing it. And then it's about putting in that new vibration, right? And exercising that muscle. You know, for example, for me, many years ago, I didn't have any money, right? But I was still paying for everything. And when my friend said, hey, let me pay for my part of dinner, I'll be like, no, I got it. I thought that was being kind, but it was really just my programming. And so my intuition came in one day and said, for 30 days, you have to accept whatever people give to you or want to pay. And so within a few days of that, I was able to double my salary, because how you do anything is how you do everything. So there are exercises that will be channeled for you in this program if you wish to join, that will help you to build the specific muscles and open up those gates that have been closed in order to manifest, in order to experience confidence or magnetism or whatever it is that you and your soul desire. And that's really what it's about. It's not just about the peak experiences. You know, this was just a taste of it, but it's about the action. It's about really having support and being accountable to taking those exercises to align the imbalances that we didn't get to have in childhood by full healthy parenting or conscious parenting, right? It was no fault of our parents because they had it too. It was the society, you know, it's been the history of the world for thousands of years. So it's about going into this golden age, unlearning, unschooling environment where it's really about dissolving the things in the way and helping you connect deeper with yourself and what your soul truly desires, your intuition, mastering your intuition to be able to pull in information, to shift timelines, to manifest things, to transform blocks, to open doors, to master relationships with your lover or call in your lover, whatever it is, all the different parts of relationships, friends, family. And all of that is what is focused on in this course, because they're all related, right? Healing one relationship can radically improve your ability to manifest in your business, for example. So they're all reflections showing us things about ourselves. And when we take full responsibility, then we can completely transform it, often in minutes, with the right technique, with the right perspective, which we work on. Seeing a lot more beautiful shares here. Someone's asking about staying with their parents. So again, it's really tuning into, I'm here for a reason, right? Am I guided to stay here and heal this, or should I take space? So it's trusting that whatever is coming up right now for you is an opportunity to look at what is coming up deeper for you to look at, to love, and to make a new choice, which could be creating a new environment for yourself or just having more boundaries so that you can honor yourself more. But it's important to take radical responsibility and choose yourself and come from that place, which will really have a deep transformation for you. Someone asked me about manifesting money for the course. So if you're a US resident, you can actually apply for financing. A lot of people get it. So you can just start the course and it will break it up into very small payments throughout a long period of time. We take credit cards. It's also about using your intuition, right? Like I've ran out of money several times years ago, and I meditated and was like, hey, ask this person, or connect with this client, or, tell this person about the course and you can get credit to some degree. So it's about really, if you want to join, just choose it because your soul is telling you, and then listen to your intuition that will guide you on the actions. And also reach out to us, let us know where you're at and we'll see if we can help you. Thank you again. Incredible. Someone just said the last time I did this, I received thousands of dollars worth of manifestations. Amazing. Yeah. Very, very typical to receive incredible miracles because you just transformed your whole vibration. So the more that you stay with it now and do the work and take the steps to hold and keep amplifying the positive frequencies, the more your reality is going to shift, because it's always just reflecting the internal. Someone asked, how do we alchemize? So we're going to teach you how to do that in this course. And if you want to do this for other people, we also have our mastery certification. You can become a Dreamporting practitioner. So that's dreamporting.com/mastery. Mariko just shared an amazing share. Oh, yeah, you've just so transformed over the past few months. Thank you. Thank you. As I struggle with money, I choose to join. That's beautiful. Well, the universe will meet you there. Because again, you got to smile first and then miracles will come, right? Most people wait. They're like, well, I'm going to wait for the how. But you have to actually choose the timeline, choose the decision, and then the universe will bring you things, sometimes at the last minute. And that's the power of trust. It's just holding that faith, holding that prayer, being vulnerable, asking for support, opening up to support, and the miracles will flow. Thank you. I cried like a baby and thought I dealt with trauma from when I was a toddler, but went back there. Never felt good enough. Hoping it's now gone for good. Thanks again. Amazing. Well, it's amazing. I mean, whatever you released there was a big release, and there might be echoes of it. And so it's just being okay that if it does come back, you are a new person and you can love that part of you. And if the echo comes back, it just means there's another layer. And when we resist it or try to be afraid of it, then it will control us. But if it does come back and you smile at it and be like, okay, well, thanks for showing me one more time that I get to love you deeper. What else do you need? Right. And so that's the practice here. And when you learn to face it, instead of being averse to it, then you will accelerate a lot faster because you're just leaning into the work. You're really facing it. And so continue to breathe deeply and feel. And if you're guided to join, we'll support you multiple times a week in many different ways with several different amazing practitioners here. It would be honored to have you be a part of it. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It starts next week on the 24th, I believe. Someone just asked. And again, if you want that private session, we have a 24-hour special right now because it usually fills up quite fast, and Alana can't take too many sessions. She's absolutely amazing. And then you do get that discount as well, which is it's automatically applied right now on the website. So if you just click and get it, it's already an extra 10% off, whether or not you get the payment plan. So again, thank you so much, everyone. I really am honored that you said yes and joined. I'm sending you so much love. This has been such an incredible journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So many blessings. And we're about to email you the recording. So if you want to send this out to friends that could use some support right now, you're welcome to. It's free. It's a gift. It will just be up for a few days. So thank you so much for sharing and caring. And I look forward to connecting with a lot of you very soon next week. So much love, so many blessings, and I'll see you soon.